Hello and welcome to the Kingswell Conversations. Thank you so much for joining us for more conversations with heart all around foster and adoption. And I am absolutely thrilled to be joined once more by Richard Kingswell, CEO of FosterVA and Extra Special Parents in Virginia. Richard, thank you for joining me again today for another episode where we get to draw lots of information out of your head.
Good morning, Nikki. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a good one.
Well, so this one I think is going to be, you're going to have less of me in this one today because I'm going to hand over. I
can take my glasses off. I won't need to see you. I can just talk.
You can literally just talk. Okay. So I'm very much hosting this one. You can hear me at the beginning and hear me at the end, but I'm going to hand over to free rein to Richard. So my question for you today, Richard Kingswell, is what are the biggest challenges facing foster care in the US today, in your humble opinion? Over to you.
Okay, so locating amazing people would be the first challenge that I think is very important. So locating and finding a foster parent. This is a journey that takes a lot of challenge. It takes a lot of thought. We don't want someone who just woke up in the morning and say, I want to be a foster parent. I want to save a child. They're not the people we're looking for. We're looking for the ones that have put a lot of thought, have been in a lot of conflict. And because that takes a long time, this could be a couple of years journey. It could be 3 years journey. It could be 6 months. But we want you to think about it because you're taking on a child that's been through trauma. So the first one is locating and finding a foster parent. And I think the foster parents don't want to stand out. They have to think about it internally. So they're not wearing a bulletin around them on their Facebook page or on their, you have to try and find them by a different means. So locating these beautiful people in a sea of a lot of people that are busy is a challenge for us. And that's where FosterVA and Extra Special Parents works very hard. And if you're seeing this video, we're probably doing our job pretty good because you found us in thousands of snapshots sort of thing. So very important part is to locate parents. So every agency across the country is trying to find the secret recipe to find you. And I found you. So welcome. So that's the first one, because if you can't find the person, you can't educate them, you can't get rid of myths, you can't work on any other area if you don't know who they are. So finding that parent who's willing to put their hand up and have a conversation. We're in no hurry. We want you to be successful in the journey. So put your hand up, have a conversation. First challenge. Second challenge.
Can I interrupt you there actually before you go on to second challenge? I wasn't going to say much, but just a question.
That's hard for you, Nikki. I know that's hard for you.
I know, and I'm just here and I'm thinking, do I wait till the end? No, because we'll have moved on to something else. So I'm going to ask. How do you, so with that being a challenge, therefore, how do you, as in FosterVA and Extra Special Parents, what's some of the couple of ways that you do try to find foster parents, aside from having an online presence?
Yes.
What do you do?
We do. So online is a major direction for Extra Special Parents and FosterVA. So that is the medium that we have chosen. But there is community activities. So we have community outreach people that will go out to state fairs and art shows and Rotary and all the other great organizations out there that help with the community with a problem that needs a solution. So we do tap into churches. We do tap into anywhere there's a community, we will try and tap into. So that is the way that most agencies work, is they work with locating parents through individual contact and working with them for their drive. If they're enjoying automobile clubs, then we'll go and find them there. If they're enjoying knitting clubs, we'll go find them there. So if there's a group, we will try and find you, especially if that group's got a mission of helping and caring and advocating and all things our parents are. So that would be a natural progression from online to what we call community-based marketing.
Brilliant. Thank you. Okay. I'm handing back to your soapbox. What's number 2? What's the next challenge?
I think the next challenge, and we've talked to this in the past, is myths. breaking the stereotypes of who these parents are. I always just say I work with the most wonderful, most amazing people. And the problem with that is anybody that's wonderful, amazing, brilliant, happy, great people, they don't see it in themselves. They just see themselves as people, nice people, but they just don't see it as, oh, I'm one of those people that can save a child from a journey that hasn't been very nice. They don't see it. So we have to tell them and say, you're right for the job. Disregard all the rest of the myths and everything else. Just enjoy that you're a nice person, and there's a child that would love to be in your home while they get their parents sorted out and they get the journey sorted out and they become back with their biological family. So a great foster parent probably doesn't know they're a great foster parent until someone tells them they're a great foster parent. So again, you have to do the same thing. You have to come back to an agency like ours and say, I'm thinking about this. Do you think I've got the skills? And we'll work through that journey through communication. So very much so, the person that you are trying to recruit don't know they're amazing. And so it's a challenge for them, and it's a challenge for us to say, you can put your hand up. It's safe. We're going to be okay. You may not have, yes, you may not have all 5 or 10 pieces of the recipe.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of them, and the skills that you're missing because you haven't worked with a teenager, because you've never been a bio parent before, or it was 20 years ago when I was a parent. I can't remember how to do it. It's
muscle memory.
It's muscle memory. Or I've never had a newborn. I was looking after my grandkids for years, but they came to me when they were 5. I've never done the baby. So all those sort of things, they don't know that they're foster parents until they have a conversation. So I think recognizing that you can be a foster parent is a challenge that's out there as well.
I can see that as a massive challenge, actually, because I can see that with lots of these myths and false narratives going round, there'll be lots of people with amazing foster care potential that have never even considered it for themselves because they've believed these myths and put up their own self barriers to it, because they've just said, well, I'm not married, or I don't own my own home, or I've got a job, or all these things that we've talked about on a previous episode.
Right.
They don't even then bother to even explore the journey, even though in their heart they'd love to do it. They've already shut the door on it because they believe the false narrative. So I guess constantly having to bust these myths must be an ongoing thing.
It is, and it's a challenge that's out there, and it's easy to put a myth out into society. It's very hard to close it down. And so we try our best, and we just have to do it one family at a time. So it's a challenge. And there's a great movie out there that I would recommend if you're in this journey, and it's called Instant Families. It's what was the catalyst for FosterVA. When we started, this movie came out and it was coming out. We saw it. So, this is a great opportunity to see if we can find some foster parents. And it's still a classic foster parent movie, because there's lots of foster parent movies out there. You just have to have a little, and we even have a page of them on our website, sort of thing, of great. But the Instant Families is like, you don't seem to fit the right model for what we're looking for. And they myth bust throughout the whole thing. And they did take on an instant family, so they did take on a big crowd in one go, sort of thing. But the journey and the story is true. So movies is a great way. Reading some good books is a great way. So all those things are very important to get educated.
And any other challenge? Is there one more you want to share with us?
I can keep going. I only got one more. Come on.
Go on, go for it.
Can I go for a big one? So this is an internal one for us, is giving the stability. And so staff turnover across the whole network.
Realistic. Yeah.
That's a big one from society's perspective, keeping your staff stable. And we work very hard at Extra Special Parents and FosterVA to keep our staff very stable. And we have to keep ratios for how many kids you can work with. We don't want to burn out our staff. I would say it was one of the biggest ones that we have from keeping agencies and Department of Social Services and everybody that's involved in this journey from court-appointed special advocates, the CUSA groups, finding all these people and keeping them stable through this child's life. And so stability within the child welfare network, I think is the journey is very, very important for us to work on as professionals to make sure we're not burning out staff. But a new social worker that's coming into the field, they come to foster care because they get such great exposure and great experiences with great agencies across Virginia. And then they go, I want to be a therapist. And they want to work and they're gone. And that's okay. We see that coming, sort of thing. And so
it's hard to keep the relationship. There's a lot of moving relationships then, instead of having a hardcore team that you can create within your side.
Right.
You don't have so much control over what's going on in the DSS turnover. So therefore, there's the teams that you're working with and the people that you're working with are constantly changing a lot.
Yes, and the idea is to slow down the constant, and that's the challenge. And that's the challenge across all of us.
And that's the bit that's not in your control, isn't it?
Well, it is, because if we have a nice progression of professionalism from clinical specialist 1, 2, 3, a lead, a branch manager, a director. So we do have a chain of people that we can go. But if someone says, I just want to work with an individual, or I want to work in an institution, or I want to work in a jail, I want tougher kids than foster care, I want to work in a group home, that's their professional journey, and that's okay. And so it's a challenge for us all, but we got this, and we recognize it and have done for over 20 years that we've been doing this.
And I think that's one of the biggest things with any kind of employment thing as well, isn't there? Is that is retention and keeping your staff happy, meeting their needs, supporting them, but then also being embracing and accepting of the fact that some people want to stay and bed down and make this their career, and then there'll be ones that come in that will then their experience with you will then open their eyes to other possibilities that are outside of your thing, and you have to sort of wish them well. But it can be hard sometimes when that person's been phenomenal and you don't really want to let them go, but you have to wish them well and release them with love, don't you? And
we release them with love, and then we try and get them back in 5 years' time and they join the team again.
As I know you do.
I do. It's one of my strong points is I'll keep an eye on your career as you develop as a professional. And then when I bump into a conference, an educational session, I say, do you want to come back? We got a nice little lead position or a director's position or something like that. Or would you like to start this department? There's an opportunity here. So to let people fly like our children and our families and then bring them home is very important to me.
Excellent. Go on. Do you have one more?
One more. Wow.
You have one more? You said you might have loads. Do you have one more, or do you think that's your top 3?
That's my top 3. Last big challenge for society. So we've talked about finding the families and locating, accepting us. No, top 3. We'll just go with top 3.
Yeah.
We'll just go with top 3. Don't push me too much. It's too early.
Maybe another time we'll do the 4, 5, and 6 another time.
Sounds perfect.
That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for that. And I really hope that everyone that watches wherever in the world that you're coming across, because I know obviously the power of the internet means you're not all in Virginia, you're going to be across the US, you're going to be in different parts of the world, and you've come across us and the Kingswell Conversations in whatever medium you found us. Thank you for tuning in today, and we hope that you found that really interesting, and we hope that if you haven't yet watched some of the other episodes, you'll now take a link from here and go and rewatch some of the other ones and see there's 12 in total in the first season of the Kingswell Conversations, and I'm sure there will be more to come afterwards. If you would like to say something
very quickly, Nikki,
go on, go for it.
If you have seen this in another state or another country, there is a foster care and there's a child that's waiting for you. So I'm not just biased to me. I want these children to find forever homes, forever families. And so wherever you find this video, contact your local foster care agency. It may come by a different name in your state, your country, but the mission's the same. Give a child a wonderful place to live in your home and your family. Thank you.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect way to end. Thank you. If you do happen to be in Virginia and you've come across this, and it has made you think that you'd like to consider foster care or at least learn a little bit more, then please do visit one of our fabulous websites, www.fosterva.org, where you can also pick up Richard's free 45-page guide, the comprehensive guide to foster and adoption in Virginia. And if you want to reach out to Extra Special Parents, which is one of the top agencies in Virginia, to actually ask some more specific questions or connect with one of the team at Extra Special Parents, then you can do so through the website www.espva.org. And if you want to catch up with Richard, if you want to just hang out with him, drop him a message, pick his brains personally, he will be more than happy to connect with you over on LinkedIn. You will find him at Richard Kingswell, just like you can see on the screen here. Richard, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate sharing more of your amazing knowledge.
Thank you, Nikki. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Have a great day.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll catch up with you on the next episode. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.